I thought I'd never talk about this again. I think I even said in my last video on this that I would never talk about this situation again. But just like your parents telling you that Santa Claus is real and that they also love you, I lied straight to your face because I'm talking about this stupid FaZe Clan drama yet again. I really got nothing better to do. So just in case you don't know what's going on, I'll catch you up to speed real quick and give you the last time on Dragon Ball Z recap. Basically, FaZe Clan, notable gaming organization, signed somebody called Grace Van Dien, who, if you don't know who she is, she had a very popular role on the show Stranger Things, where she played Chrissy, who didn't exactly wake up. But recently, FaZe Clan decided they were going to sign her onto the organization as a content creator. But right before FaZe Clan publicly announced that they signed Grace, FaZe Rain, who has been on this public tirade, I guess is the best word. He's been trying to expose FaZe Clan, trying to like bend them over and pull their pants down for everybody to see how they truly are and the scummy organization that he's trying to make them seem to be. How he's saying they're screwing over the OGs. They don't have like the best interest of FaZe Clan in mind. They're just trying to make money and all this kind of stuff. And believe what you want about that situation, but I'm talking about the Grace Van Dien stuff today. Right before FaZe Clan signed her, he came out and said that they were going to sign her. He leaked the signing. And then he also said that they were just doing this to make themselves look better and look like they want to represent women in gaming, but they're only doing it to help their public image. And I forgot to mention, FaZe Rain also said one of the main reasons they were signing her was because she was on Stranger Things, and he was pretty much crediting all of her success to being on Stranger Things. And then she responded to him by saying, no, I actually stream, I do content creation. Stranger Things is not the only reason I got signed to FaZe Clan. She said it was the reason that she got the interview, but not the reason she got signed. And I can agree, you know, she does stream a lot of hours. She probably, in my opinion, is more streamer than actor. So I could definitely see how a organization would want to grab her as one of the content creators. And unfortunately, she picked the wrong organization. She got put in the absolute worst position imaginable. She got stuck basically like that situation where it says you're in between your mom and your dad. Would you rather go back on your dad or forward into your mom? That's pretty much the situation she was in. She's getting fucked regardless. It's just a tragic time. The timing was horrible. Everything about this situation was horrible for her. What typically would be a great thing, getting signed to a gaming organization. That's when your career is going to blast off. But for her, it's just nothing but sadness. And I feel really bad for her about this because she truly has went through the ringer in this situation. But to talk more about the little drama, the squabble that they had online, after she said that about him, she finished the video off by saying, "Get wrecked." And that struck a nerve with FaZe Rain, I guess. So he responded to her response in internet beef style and said, well, actually, blah, 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 you've never hit a trick shot. FaZe Clan, you don't fit in here. You don't belong in FaZe Clan. Bunch of stuff like that. And then he ended it off by saying that you're mid and that he wouldn't let her touch him on his drunkest night, which was very overboard, very childish, like I said in my last video. He even said this. He admitted it. He apologized. And then she reacted to his reaction. What the fuck ever, man. A lot of reactions have happened. She responded to him calling her mid by bringing up his drug addiction and his past with drugs, saying that she's proud of him or whatever. But basically, it's really messed up. He went low and she went low enough to meet him in this underpass of just being terrible to each other. So she brought up his drug addiction and his past with that, how he almost overdosed and died on stream. And it really was just like an elementary school roast being like, my dad makes more money than your dad. Yeah, well, your mom died in a car crash. Yeah, wreck nerd. And then this all led up to them collabing, coming together in FaZe Rain's apartment to make a video squashing what everybody thought was going to be squashing the beef. But actually, it just turned into them getting more upset and mad at each other, to the point where she ended up crying and just walked away out of the situation, saying that if the video got uploaded, she would leave FaZe Clan. And, well, lo and behold, look right here, the video did get uploaded pretty much right after it happened. And I'm just going to show you a short little clip from this because it's a 20-minute video, and I did watch the whole thing. I'll give you my overall thoughts and opinions or whatever, but this little clip's going to basically sum up what happened.
And that's still hurting my feelings.
Yeah, I know. And I understand that, and that's why I apologize. So
but you just said that you knew that that was too far and that you should have...
Yeah, I know, but like I said, the video didn't hit, whatever. I understand it. That's why I'm apologizing. Me to do, you want me to be demonized as a horrible human for calling you mid that I went to touch on my drunk this night? Like, what do you want? You want me to forever just like, who gives a fuck? Because if it's like you want to super victimize yourself over that, okay, then I guess I'm hurt. How dare you? How dare you bring up the worst time in my life? I'm fucking hurt. How dare you? It's like, what are we talking about? I'm fucking hurt. I almost died. And I called you mid and you responded with something that almost took my life, that almost left my mom without a son and support. See, I can play that fucking game all day.
I'm an actor too, bitch.
Fuck that game. I don't give a fuck. And it's like, how could you let other people hurt your feelings? Do you not believe in yourself? Are you not a confident woman? You should be. You should be. You've accomplished great things. You should feel confident in yourself.
Am I not a confident woman? You don't know me.
So then how's this hurting your feelings? If I call you mid, you should be like, fuck him. Who cares what I say?
I think that clip pretty much sums up the whole thing. They just seem to be on completely different pages. And now I don't want to get too opinionated on this, but I think Faze Rain seemed very apologetic. He seemed like he actually wanted to squash the beef. And I don't know if Grace was just really upset with him to the point that she couldn't possibly ever forgive him, which I don't think he did anything unforgivable. I don't think either of them did anything unforgivable towards each other to where they couldn't be friends. But I still think it's crazy that they just so obviously aren't on the same page, and this conversation feels like it's just going through each one of their ears and out the other one. They're totally not getting points across to each other whatsoever. It's like they're both talking to a toddler who doesn't even have object permanence. They just don't understand what the other person is saying.
And if you bring up my drug past, are you getting emotional?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just speaking the truth. I don't want you to get emotional.
I don't like you.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just being very logical. I understand how you feel, but you brought things up against me. How do you expect me to react?
I think you're a terrible person.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, she's pulling the acting shit up now. Because I said that
Pulling the acting shit out now?
How am I a terrible person for what?
Pulling the acting shit
How
out
am I a terrible
now?
person? Explain.
I don't owe you an explanation, actually.
And I owe you an explanation.
Macho, tell Vera that I'm not doing this video, and if they release anything, that I'm leaving, please.
Get fucking wrecked.
So that definitely just drives my point home that they aren't understanding each other. They're reading different books at this point. They're not even just not on the same page. They're in different libraries, because I have no clue. This just devolved. The whole video is just slowly devolving into whatever that was. And I just want to say that I feel absolutely terrible for Grace. She didn't deserve it. She did nothing wrong, and she got put right in this horrible situation. It's like taking over a company and then finding out that that company has secretly been killing puppies the whole time, and then now you're left to clean up the mess. Obviously, that's a bit of an extreme example. It's just the first thing that came to mind, killing puppies, you know, natural thoughts. But it's just a horrible situation she had no control over, that she was thrown right into the middle of without any floaties, and she's just going to sink into it. And Faze Rain isn't doing he's not helping it. He's kind of adding fuel to the fire, but I feel like this is all for his grand plan of bringing down Faze Clan, because it seems like that's what he's wanting to do, is burn Faze Clan down from the inside out, because he doesn't like the direction it's going. So I think maybe this was like a stepping stone for that. But still, I do feel like Rain, he at least apologized and was trying to get it across to her that he was just trolling and didn't mean anything by it. But she obviously was hurt by that, or something else that happened, or some deeper thing that I'm not understanding. And she has all the right in the world to be upset about this situation. But the fact that she was thrown into this mess and she's having to deal with it is just truly tragic. It's horrible. You hate to see it. But like she said at the end of the video, she was crying and leaving, and that said that if this gets uploaded, she's leaving Faze Clan. And I gotta pull up her Twitter because I don't come prepared to these videos. I can't type also. So if you go to her Twitter right here, you can see that she took the Faze part out of her name and also privated her account. And honestly, man, like I said, I can't say this enough. I feel so bad for her, because this truly is one of the worst situations I've seen in a while when it comes to like the content creation space. Sorry, oh my god, I almost threw up. Wow. I wouldn't wish this kind of treatment upon a dream stan. Maybe I would, but the point is, she is having to deal with backlash for stuff that she has no say in or no hand in whatsoever. She got signed to an organization who wanted to sign her, and she's the one facing most of the backlash. She is receiving death threats and all this kind of stuff. People figured out her number, and I do feel like Rain has a hand in that because he kind of made her the scapegoat, the one that people are looking to as the one who is like the problem, when she's absolutely not. She is 100% the victim here. And like I said, I think both of them were very immature in this situation. Faze Rain and Grace was also immature in parts, and they just weren't on the same page. Pretty much all because of Faze Rain and what he's been saying. And now whether you can be on his side or not, I'm not going to be too opinionated on that. I think him apologizing was, you know, the right direction to go in, but while we were going in the right direction with the video, it just took a sharp right turn and they drove off the hillside and caused like a 30-car pile-up collision on the freeway, because it ended an absolute tragedy and just not a good way whatsoever. And ultimately, it was the straw that broke the camel's back and ended up with her not being in Faze Clan anymore. So I guess it technically is Faze Rain's fault, if you want to get real specific. But yeah, that's really all I have to say. I just wanted to ramble about this for a bit because this video is insane. Go watch it for yourself to make your own opinions on this whole thing. But I'll catch you in the next one.